Stetson University. Founded in 1883 as DeLand Academy, this university had humble beginnings to reach its thriving nature today. But the university owes a lot of thanks not only to John B. Stetson, but also to Elizabeth Stetson. Lincoln Hulley, the second president of Stetson University and a close friend of Elizabeth Stetson, is quoted as saying that John B. had no inclination towards philanthropy before Elizabeth. But who was this forgotten figure of Stetson's history?
Elizabeth's story is, in its own way, a Cinderella story. She was born in Orleans, Indiana, daughter of a farmer, but her education was limited there, as were her opportunities, so her family sent her to live with her Uncle Harkness in Philadelphia. She met John B. Stetson, and they really hit it off.
The two were married when John B. was already in his late 50s. Health concerns meant John B. needed to seek warmer climates in the winters, and so they would go down to the young town of DeLand every year. The Stetsons took an active interest in the growing DeLand Academy, which is eventually named John B. Stetson University. When John B. had a falling out with the university board, it was the combined efforts of Lincoln Hulley and Elizabeth Stetson that got him back on track to keep supporting the school.
John B. died just a few years after that, and Elizabeth Stetson inherited not only the largest shares of the company, but a massive trust fund, which is very unusual for a widow at that time. She still wanted to support the school, but she was bitter about the falling out between her husband and the board, so she said she would give them $100,000 if they all resigned. They didn't take her up on the offer, though.
Despite her disappointment in the board, she continued to support the school, giving $40,000 for the construction of Sampson Hall and giving another $40,000 to create a trust. Elizabeth then went on to marry a count from Portugal. Lincoln Hulley kept her updated and involved in the school. With her sudden rise to nobility, though, she found herself overwhelmed with newspaper attention, the most incredible of which was a $10,000 lawsuit allegation.
Yes, the Ernst scandal. Yes, the Ernsts came forward and said they had been instrumental in the courting of Alexio and Elizabeth, even saying they'd written his letters to Elizabeth, and then they demanded $10,000.
Elizabeth now found herself a wealthy celebrity, with many vying for money and attention using her name.
It was getting out of hand. We were getting accused of the most ridiculous things. Alexio was accused of having help courting me by multiple people. I was accused of modeling for a statue of Queen of Portugal, and we were both accused of planning some kind of coup against the royalty. It was all nonsense. I would laugh if it wasn't all taken so seriously.
Lincoln Hulley saw to it that the new countess was honored for her contributions to Stetson and had her and her new husband be the guests of honor at the Presentation Day celebrations. Their marriage, although happy, was short-lived, as less than a decade after they married, Alexio died following a carriage accident. Still, she continued to support Stetson University, allegedly giving the largest cash donation ever given. In 1929, Elizabeth died of influenza at her youngest son's ranch. Her legacy lives on, however, through Stetson University, which, despite not remembering her, is indebted to her for her aid and continued support during its infant years.